Alrighty, so I hope you're super excited about your space week or your astrology week or your solar system week. So our solar system kit supports various aspects of the curriculum. And so one of the things that we could do is we could start off by allowing the students to name the different planet attributes because that is one of their standards that they must meet. So we could have them label all of the different solar system planets. So if you have a solar system book, we actually have a very small one that's here, but it actually tells the students all about the different planets. You will have a book in your kit that actually explains all of the planets. If you have books already in your library, be certain to use those. We try to include an all about me planet supersize sheet for all of the teachers to actually use just as a teacher resource in the classroom, or sometimes you could use this as your anchor chart to introduce what you're learning at the beginning of the week. Depending on when you get our solar system kit, because we're constantly upgrading our materials, not all of them will be the same, but the concepts will be the same, and it will give you a very easy and engaging way to include this particular concepts with your student to meet your curriculum needs for the solar system. One of the things that you'll get to do is get to study the different moon phases. So in here we actually make edible moon phases. So if your students have any allergies, you may want to be aware of that. But on this one, we only use Oreos. So we use the different Oreos for the students to actually emulate the different phases of the moon. We'll give them an Oreo and they would have to divide the icing to indicate the different phases of the moon. So if this is the last quarter, then they would remove half of the icing off. So this is another way to kind of reinforce fractions, as well as to see if your students can actually duplicate these particular things. So again, we use Oreos for this. The students don't have to eat it, but a full moon would be a full Oreo. So for your younger kids, you may just want them to know full moon and last quarter, and that'll be your goal. For your older students, you may want them to know first quarter. And if you look at first quarter, it's different than last quarter because there's going to be more of a shaded side if it's last quarter, and on the right hand side, if it's first quarter, that side will be shaded. So this is actually reinforcing opposites. So again, although we're working on solar system, one of the cross-curricular objectives may be for them to identify opposites. So see how easy we just made that? You also may want to consider doing a sensory bin. This is one that I just found at a local store, but you could do your own with a shoebox or a craft box in your classroom, and any objects that you have actually put in there. If you have a little astronaut, if you have a moon, or if you have anything space related, you can put it in there with any type of modeling clay or any type of sand that you have, so that they can actually have that sensory experience. Another thing that you'll get to do in the kit, we'll give you instructions on how to make your very own model earth. So as you can see with the model earth, you're going to use Play-Doh to reveal the different layers of the earth. And once the students do this particular activity, they will actually be able to label the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. You can also have a solar system poster to use in your classroom. So you already have, I'm sure, resources that you can use. Again, this is not a full curriculum. This is just used to enhance what you're already doing, and it teaches you a STEM-tastic way to keep your students engaged in STEM by giving them hands-on things to do. So I hope that they enjoy making their edible moon phases and their 3D model of the earth, and actually exploring with some sensory items that you find from them. We also are going to put a sensory item in your kit so that your students can actually engage. Again, our kits change all the time, so what you see next year, it may be different than what you saw this year, but at any cost, we will always make sure that we're finding exciting ways to keep your kids engaged in teaching you how to learn, love, and lead in STEM. Make sure that you follow me on all social media platforms at Little STEM Academy or Gemma STEM TV. Go to my YouTube channel if you want to see some of the things we're doing. And if you ever have any questions, I'm just an email away. Email me at info@littlestemacademy.com. I'm LJ Henderson, your Gem of STEM.